coaster of emotions. Within about 10 minutes, this thing was.
I've
crazy,
interacted
but
with it in the that beach
Slipstream Island.
Slipstream Island.
Yeah, you remember. Yeah, you know
Yep.
then. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's definitely a lot of fun. It's something I think we'll definitely want to try and experiment with, right? You know, we definitely enjoy a lot of the cool tools that AI bring to you. In fact, just the other day, we were looking at the newest thing from the original creators of Stable Diffusion, which is called Flux. It's supposed to be a lot higher quality and can work a lot faster. So for you guys who are familiar with the AI gallery and being able to generate images in there, we were looking at maybe upgrading that service so that that can work a bit faster and maybe have higher quality images as well. So we're keeping an eye out because hopefully within a day or two, one of the I'm gonna say a bunch of tech jargon now, but one of the serverless templates has an open pull request to be able to support Flux in there, and then when they do that, they can sit for hours and build up a 30 and 40 gigabyte Docker image and upload that to Docker Hub. We're trying to avoid doing that because it always takes my computer all day to do it, and I lose access to it. But yeah, once that happens, you can expect an upgrade pretty soon after in the gallery space. We'll start pissing around and see what we can do there. Maybe it can be a bit faster, right? That will definitely be cool. But yeah, so yeah, definitely think AI stuff is cool. Yeah, maybe a little NPC in the gallery starts to feel very Ready Player One then at that point. But yeah, thanks for that, Charles. Hey Zell, how you doing? What can I do for you?
Hi. So
Hey,
me
how you
and
doing,
Spec
you
was
okay?
talking earlier today because I said I was
Bear with
going
me.
into
Just
VRC.
setting sorry for getting an issue. But
Anyway,
you okay?
what we ended up talking about is how in
Just managing some
VRC they
streams at the
have
moment. How
a
you doing?
application that you can download. It's called Magic Chatbox.
Oh,
So
I see.
you know how VRC have the
How
text
you
above your
doing? You
head,
okay?
and so you can inject things in there, including like if you want to do statuses or if you want to do
2
your
seconds.
time, or if you want to do like what
Ring.
song you're listening to on Spotify.
Right.
Now, we were sitting and thinking
There is
because
me.
like it would be cool to have some kind of feature that we could either put what song was in there, or specifically we talked about when we talked about it, we talked about having our time. Like
Yes.
what
Right,
is our
2
native
seconds.
time at the time, overhead or something like
Hash
that.
of current
And
page.
I'm sitting here
man.
thinking, how can we do that in banter? Because like that is probably some OSC or Udon stuff. Like you can't do Udon stuff in
Interact.
banter.
Oh, here we go. Oh, here we
Food for
go.
thought.
Acceptable.
Udon stuff.
Yeah, no, it's
Like
definitely
we
food
can't
for
do
thought,
Udon
for
stuff
sure.
in banter. So
It's okay.
food for thought.
It's worth noting, yeah. Udon,
no, it's
Udon
definitely
is a
food for
VR
thought,
chat
for
specific
sure.
thing. It's not open source. It's proprietary
So, how's
technology.
everyone
that's
tuning
it's worth noting
in?
also Udon is a VR chat specific.
Just trying to listen into the banter stream in the
It
background.
originally as it was a
So I'm
visual
here
state
to
house,
support
right?
a world
So it's
launch.
also Udon noodles,
A type
'cause
of
it was all
noodle.
But
That's another thing.
similarly,
But
It
we
originally
actually have our own
was a
visual scripting system
That's why
and
they
our
called it
own
Udon
code
noodles, 'cause it was
scripting
all the
system as
noodles
well.
all connected
Unity
together.
visual script, but we actually have our own visual scripting system and our own code scripting system as
that's
well.
better.
Unity
feedback.
visual
Sorry, that
scripting,
goes.
for anybody who's not familiar, probably yeah, there's probably quite a bit more I would say you could do there than you can do in Udon. But to your point,
my cat's doing
that's an
random
interesting
things.
thing. I wonder, is that a mod? I doubt it is, right? Because
Sorry if that's
VRChat now has
causing feedback.
anti-cheat, so they've maybe built support in for this, especially if it's synced.
So it is.
But it
So
sounds
it
like-
is OSC. It says VRC OSC Magic Chatbox.
Gotcha.
So
Gotcha.
they use OSC to port
there
it
you
in
go.
that way.
There you go. I mean, that basically
so-
says that probably will fit with our plans, right? Because we're working on our own little OSC integration and
Check
being
how
able
that's
to
coming
pipe
through a
it
sec
in.
on Twitch.
Initially, we were talking about being able to do something with blend shapes, but it sounds like,
Going
yeah,
sure,
if you can do a text
So,
string
guys,
as well,
this is sort of
that
a
can work.
recast from Banter's
you know,
TV
you
channel.
could have all sorts
I
of
hope
I
you're
would
not
love
mind
to
me
have
doing
like a
this.
text. I would love to have like a text box where people can like text to each other back and forth, like above their head, like VRC doing.
like a message bubble kind of.
Yeah,
feature.
it's a
I'm with
message
you.
bubble. Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So
Definitely
if
pretty
anybody's
cool.
willing to work on that, hint, hint, Wink, wink. Anyway, bye.
Yeah, I mean, I think something built into the client would probably be the most effective way to do that, and we could probably figure that out and make that a bit easier on our end, I would say. But yeah, I mean, here's something. Well, I'll tell you what. Before I jump into a waffle, go ahead, Ironwolf. You look like you're lined up there.
Give him a wave. Hello, guys. Welcome.
Yeah, not the
I
question.
think everyone's over there.
Done two how do you say, tutorials that I put in Space Makers. One to install Comfy UI in the easy way, and one where you can find the models, sort of Flux AI models.
Nice.
Good, thank you.
You're on it. Thank you for that, Ironwolf. Appreciate it. Ironwolf from Iron's Memes, ladies and gentlemen. Bringing us great memes every week. Fresh memes straight off the press. Go ahead, Ravioli. What can I do you for?
Hello. Hell yeah. Banter. Okay, more of a suggestion question. If you're getting the avatar system you're working on, and currently we have the outfits. And when you make an outfit, you have to, put the whole body in yourself because it kind of replaces everything. I was hoping you could have a new clothing layer or accessory layer or an outfit layer where it keeps the avatar, and you just plop something over the top of it.
Sorry about this.
That's so that's actually we've thought about this a lot, but the pipeline required to be able to have something like that, kind of like what Ready Player Me does, could be a tall order for now, but it might be something that we'll explore in future. I think for now, what we're aiming for is something closer to what VR Chat kind of has, right? Where community-run VR worlds where you can find avatars will probably be the first place we'll start, and then eventually maybe a whole section within the menu that might show avatars people have opted in to make public, right? And then you can be able to select them from there. I think that's what we'll start with, and then we'll have the continued integration we've got today with Ready Player Me for quite a while, and I think eventually what we'll do is replace that with a server-side back office conversion process, right? That will convert Ready Player Me into our avatar system, kind of like how VR Chat does it over there with Ready Player Me as well. So I think that's probably going to give us the most in terms of outfit customization at that granularity.
Looks like perfectly. They're refreshed. It's fine.
But yeah, in future, it's totally something that we can explore once we've got that base foundation in place, and once we can look at those server-side pipelines, basically, right, to do all the optimization and all the combining and all of the atlasing and all of that kind of stuff in a way that makes sense and doesn't do things, stupid things that make you have to.
How are you doing? Thank you for checking out the stream earlier.
Right? So, yeah, definitely.
You okay?
Cheers for that one, Ravioli. Yeah, so I was going to burst into waffling about something earlier, but I can't remember now. Oh, no, I bet you that was going to be great. Oh, yeah, okay, so from Zell's point about name tags, right, and being able to maybe pipe information into your name tag, have magic text that can maybe, I'm assuming that's what we're talking about. Who's asleep? Is it John?
Name tag or chat box.
Sorry, something interesting sound like it was happy with name tags and the
bridge. Slowly bounce him into space. Turn the gravity off. Oh, you woke him up.
Guys, I haven't really got the right setup for this because, of course, to listen track out in the volume up and doing that, I hear myself echoing and that causes feedback. So it's not good. It's not good.
Morning, John. So we were talking about. Go ahead. Yes. So we have the legacy attachment system, which still works, right? Which is how attachments have always worked with the old SDK, the A-Frame SDK. The plan for the new system is to build out an entirely new attachment system that can work a lot better and work in tandem with the networking, probably, right? To make it so when people pick things up, they just seamlessly go to the right place in their hand. They're parented or updated frequently enough that the objects won't go out of sync if the person's moving around quickly or whatever. And also, I think elements of the sit system or the seat or the piloting system that we want to build, I feel like those possibly also tie into that, right? It's whether it's attached to you or you're attached to it. So right now, yeah, we have support for the legacy system. That still works. There is a way to enable it without having to pull in all of the A-frame boilerplate, but enabling it does have the cost that it will enable a bunch of old legacy stuff for the old A-frame SDK, right? Which will always be there and we'll always support it. But obviously it's legacy. We have to kind of at least consider it as such, which gives us a great kind of view on the world in terms of what we need to rebuild and make better. So yeah. Yes, partially that, right? That's going to have an impact on how attachments work, how the seat system works, all of that kind of stuff. Because the new character controller work involves much better hand interactions with objects in general, right? Right now, we basically only have a free grab system in here in Banter where you can just grab objects at any point, 2 hands or whatever. There's all these complex systems now involving cylinder grabs that will automatically pose your hands around a golf club as you're holding it. Grab points and hand pose and automatic orientation of objects when they go into your hand.
Anchor
Pick up
points.
a gun, it's in the right position. You don't have to sit and do this 3 or 4 times to get it into the right spot before you do it. So a lot of that ties in and overlaps with the attachments for sure. So that's an astute observation.
Yeah, that's good. How are you going to anchor rotational and positional offset? Would be good. And then snap it.
Something.
In fairness to Horizon, say what you like, but it has had that for a while. It's a really useful thing.
We can get to who won the quest because that's what we're all waiting for, right? Right. But anyway, name tags, right? We all love name tags. We love to customize name tags. I think that's a fair thing to say. I'd say if I looked around this room, more than half the people in the room have got fully colored custom name tags. So something we were looking at in future is there possibly a way for us to let people go a little bit crazier with the name tags, and even possibly an opportunity for us to optimize and make the name tags more performant at the same time, right? So I don't know if any of you've seen Richie, but he has a full ASCII
name tags.
version of his face, his real life face above his head in his name tag, right? And that's on us a little bit because,
yes,
we didn't prevent
notice that earlier.
At the same time, it's interesting to see, if nothing else, as a social experiment, what people will do when you let them do things like this. But for us anyway, it shows people want to customize their name tags. Apart from your avatar,
Do you want me over there?
I
can shut it off.
your own identity and how you want to be represented, right?
No.
Okay,
Fine. Sorry, guys. Stream over. See you later.
I don't know if anybody's seen